Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel, and in today's topic we are going to learn about conditional column. Conditional column on text function, conditional column on number, conditional column on date, and how we can use the conditional column in order to compare the two columns or two datas spread across between 2 years. Conditional column is a kind of a if-else statement where we want something, and if it is not available in that particular row or column, then else it will give something. In a short way, or in a very crisp way, I can tell you it is kind of a if-else statement. Now I'll show you the data before we jump ahead to the Power Query editor. So I'm working on MS Excel spreadsheet only, like this is only the source data. So you can see it contains some invoice data where some product name, quantity, sales and profit value. It is a very small data having 5 columns and 15 rows only. So the intention is to understand the concept. That is why the data is small. So the conditional column is basically we work on number data type, text data type, dates data type, and then we will compare the data across two periods. So let's jump on to the Power BI and close this spreadsheet. Here is my Power BI home window, and I will import the data from Excel since my basic my source or whatever kind of a data is available in Excel spreadsheet. So I will always choose Excel to import the data. So see, we have seen some sheets which is a CC compare, CC date, CC number, CC text. Here CC means conditional column, and I will transform. It will take few seconds to a minute to upload the data, and it is very easy to learn in Power BI. Whereas in Excel spreadsheet we need to remember about if-else statement formula, and also we need to cross-check the data. We need to select the particular column or a row. In Power BI it is easy, just a button click. So now the data is uploaded, and you can see the text, the number and dates. So I'll start with the text. So you can see there are some product names. Obviously the product name consists of some mobile models: Nokia, Samsung, Apple, Motorola, and again Samsung. So these are famous mobile phone we have available. What I want is to categorize the brand name, only the brand name, like only Nokia, then Samsung. I do not want a model number. I want to categorize the only model name. So what I'll do is I'll go to the add column. Then I'll select conditional column. Once I'll select the conditional column, it will ask some conditions on what basis you want the data. For example, it is asking for a column name. I will give as model name, model names. I'll select the column name as product name because I am currently looking into the product name. So I will select product name. Then operator is contains. So what it contains? It contains Nokia, and I want output as Nokia. Again see, it will check where Nokia is available, it will give me output as Nokia. If it is other than Nokia, then it will provide me other. So if Nokia is present in product column, it will provide me Nokia as an output, else it will provide me as other. So let's check the condition, and yes, now it is working. See, it is showing as Nokia, 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 and whereas you can see Samsung, Apple, Motorola, it is showing as other. However, I want these names as well. So where I will go, I'll select this settings button, I'll click on this, I'll add clause, I'll select product name contains, this time I will look after Samsung, it will give me as Samsung. If it is available Samsung, it will provide me output as Samsung, otherwise otherwise it will give me as other. Similarly, product name, I will again product name contains, there are more models, not only Nokia, not only Samsung, there are Apple also and Motorola also. So I will write it as Apple, it will provide me as Apple. Next, it is, and now I want to go for Motorola, and it is giving me Motorola. I'll keep it M as capital. Okay, so see, there are multiple if else statements. If Nokia is there, provide me Nokia, else other. Else if Samsung is there, output is Samsung, otherwise there is other. So similar, we have created 4 conditions, and I need to check whether it is running correctly or not. So I'll click on OK, and yes, it has provided me the category of models. So how many models for Nokia, particular Nokia model, how many numbers are there for Samsung, for Apple, similarly for Motorola. So in this way, using the condition column, I can able to find out the model names. Now we will look for numbers. So in this particular table, you are looking after the invoice, then there are product name, then quantity, then sales, then profit value. So by the product name, you can see it is a automobile related data, the number of car and their quantity, how many quantities sell or sold, and what were the profit values. What if I want to calculate profit as profit or loss, whether it is a loss or whether it is a profit? So we know that in case of profit, the number goes up, it means plus, and in case of loss, the number goes down, it means minus. So I'll just write, for profit I will look after plus, for loss I will look after minus. So these two signs I need to focus on. So I just need to go to the profit value, and I need to go to the conditional column. So in conditional column, I will write it as okay, I will change it later, I'll give the name, new name, and I'll look for profit value. Okay, it here the data is different since it is a number, so it will give me some different operator, equals to, does not equals to, greater than or equal to, less than or less than equal to. So I will write it as greater than, I will put it as value 0, and I will write it as profit. If it is more than 0, then I will consider it as a profit. If it is less than 0, I will consider it as a loss. So let me check whether my query is working or not. See, it is working. For every negative profit value, it is giving me loss, output as loss. For every positive, it is providing me a profit. So in this way, we can work on this simple data, and we can able to evaluate the basic information about the what data speaks, some basic insight. Now we will move on to the date data type. Date data type is consists of order date or ship date. This data type mostly use like whether you will order something uh, like using your Amazon or Flipkart website. So order date will always be the one which is very initial date, and ship date is the one which is after. So I'll check whether the order date is after or a previous date or a forward date. So I'll go to the conditional column, and once I'll click on the conditional column, you can see the operators will change. I will select the order date. The values of the operator again change. Does not equal to, is before or equal to, or is after. Okay, if I'll check that whether my order date is after the ship date, so I will not put the value, I will select a column, and what column I need to select is ship date. For example, if my order date is after the ship date, then I will write it as previous. Okay, else I will write it as next. So definitely order date is the one which is the previous date, and ship date is the one which is the forward date. So let me check the output. See, it is providing some data. Here it is as providing as next. Using the date data type, I can compare this. This is just an example. You can use any hypothetical examples also, just to like for example point of view, just to teach you in a simple way. Now we will come to the comparison data type, where I will compare the sales of some products which is spread across 2 years, that is say year 2021 and year 2022. Okay, so what I'll do, I will compare these two, and then I will write it as whether my current sale or whether the sale in 2021 is greater than the sale of 2022. If it is greater, then I will write it as increment. If it is less, then I will write it as decrement. So I will show you. I will type conditional column. I will click on conditional column. Then I will write it as sales 2021. If it is greater than column sales 2022, then I will write it as increment. If it is less, then I will write it as decrement. You see, here are the result. Like in 2021 sale was 10,000, in 2022 sale was 20,000. It is considered as decrement. For 10,000 it is also considered as decrement, because we have selected greater than, or there is no equal to or less than. Similarly, in sales 2021 row number 3 was 10,000, in 2022 sales was 5,000, so it is increment. It is showing as increment. So I am comparing sales column with sales of 2022. So I hope with these small or basic data you able to understand how we can use the conditional column, and it is very useful technique in Power BI. With just button clicks we can able to understand the concept, and no need to write the formula. I hope you understand. Thank you.